everyone, my name is Erin. Welcome back to another Stitches and Scribbles video. Today I figured we'd do kind of a chill craft with me video because I'm actually trying to make a whole bunch of stuff for an upcoming craft fair that my neighborhood is having, or my parents' neighborhood. I talk about it more in the podcast if you want to check that out. So I have all of my knitting machines out and ready to go, so I figured I would just do some relaxed footage of what I'm making and some satisfying knitting machine clips and stuff like that. So go ahead and grab whatever project you're working on, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and let's get started.
worry yourselves too much about the whole civil war, sectarian conflict carry on. There's really only one thing you need to know. Where are the bodies? Welcome to
Alright, I figured now that I've gotten to kind of the end of the projects I'm working on, I'd show you a couple of the things that I will be selling at the craft fair that I'll be running out of my parents' driveway. A lot of the projects that I ended up doing were using up some yarn that I already had, whether it was like yarn from finished projects or yarn that had been gifted to me or yarn that I bought on sale and didn't know what to do with. So the first project that I made quite a few of, I've got a couple here as examples to show, are these twisted headbands. So these are made using the bigger knitting machine, so the 48 needle. I do 90 rows and then use the twisted headband sewing method to sew them up. If you'd like a tutorial on that, I'd be happy to do it, but I figure there's a whole bunch out there, so you can look them up. And these were all made with leftover yarn, mostly acrylic that I just had lying around. And I will be selling these for $20. I probably will be doing some special deal on them, like if you buy a certain number you'll get it for cheaper, one of those things. But probably selling these at $20 because they actually use about the same amount of yarn as the hats, and they actually take longer to sew up than the hats do because of this twisty situation. The next item that I made quite a few of is just plain stockinette beanies. These are double thick. I usually knit 110 rows on the 48 needle knitting machine for these, and I don't use any waste yarn so that I can just cinch up both ends when I'm ready, and these are double layered thick beanies. I did not make them so that you would wear them with a fold over, although you could if you have a smaller head. If you wanted them to have like a fold over cuff at the bottom, I would recommend doing like 130 rows so that then you could wear it folded up like this. You could also make these in 2 different colors, so do, what would that be? 55 rows of one color and then 55 rows of the other color to get a hat that's a different color on the inside. I think these turned out really well. You can see I was working through a lot of like blues and greens for this particular batch. Next thing that I made, which ended up working out really well for yarns where I didn't have a full hat amount left, are these ponytail hats. So they're called ponytail hats because the top is actually a drawstring, so you can adjust the size of the opening in order to fit a ponytail or a messy bun through. And the top part is a single layer, so you can see the purl side on the inside, and it is a double layered brim. So in order to do that, you do 40 rows of your brim color and then pull up the first loop, or the rows, hold on, you pull up the stitches from the very first row onto the knitting machine needles to like create the folded over effect, and then you just continue as normal for another 30 rows. So you can see with this one I used up kind of this blue green marled yarn with the like fluffy bits in it, and used my extras from other colors as the base, and then this one was just made with black and gray. I think these turned out super cute, and I think that they'll sell really well because I know that once I saw a ponytail hat, like I absolutely loved it, so I'm hoping others will as well. And then the final item I made is actually a seasonal item, but I made a whole bunch of these little knitted pumpkins. These were made on the 22 needle knitting machine. I did 50 rows. And I actually folded it in half just like the hat, so this is actually 2 layers thick, and then I used my tulip I-cord maker to make the stem. So these turned out super cute. I did them in 2 different colorways so far. I think I'll do a couple more because I have another shade of orange and also cream, but I think that these will be super cute for the fall. And I'll probably be selling these at $10 a piece with like a buy 3 get 1 free sort of deal or something like that. But I'm really excited with how all of this stuff turned out. I hope that this inspired you to get some of your whips done and maybe start making stuff for a craft fair yourself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more crafty videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody!